What our enemies have discovered is that if you leave the United States alone, we attack ourselves. I remember when I was going through CIA training, we went through this simulation where we went to a training course, and in the training course, they were showing us how different the actual threats were against the United States than the threats against other countries. So they shared with us this case study that was identified by a group think or a think tank in the United States. And in the think tank posited that if they were Russia, or if they were a terrorist group, how would the terrorist group affect the largest damage on the United States? Would it be by launching coordinated terrorist attacks inside the United States, or some other way? So this think tank came up with a strategy to launch multiple coordinated terrorist attacks against civilian centers in Mexico, to basically attack Mexico, where the police are less organized, where the military is less efficient, where borders are less controlled, and then make sure Mexico understood they were being targeted because of their proximity to the United States, with the whole goal being to cause mass migration to the United States, to the southern border of the United States. Because the think tank was like, the United States is prepared to fight terrorists, but it's not prepared for hundreds of thousands of immigrants to flood from the south because they're trying to find home. And our immigration policy is such that if they're trying to seek asylum or escape from violence, they have a right to come to the United States. So essentially, by forcing this issue from the South, it would distract American policymakers, it would cost the economy a fortune, it would put the border in disarray, and through that border, the same terrorists that were attacking Mexico would be able to infiltrate the United States and carry out continued attacks in the United States in the same areas where the immigrants were, which would then cause additional chaos to the United States. So the best way to attack the United States is not through a rocket or a missile or a tank. It's to attack it from within. It's to attack it in a way where where we as the American people freeze, or where our politicians start to run into some kind of consternation that puts them at odds with each other or odds with us. And then we'll just destroy ourselves from within. We're talking about the national debt. We're destroying ourselves from within. All China has to do is sit there and eat popcorn.